How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 7, Episode 12 of Fear the Walking Dead. This episode is titled Sonny Boy. But yeah, last episode was a Daniel-focused one where he went out looking for Ophelia, but obviously, she died in Season 3, but because of his psychological problems, he ended up getting him, Luciana, and Wes captured by the stalkers / Arno. Daniel was so convinced that Ophelia was on a boat in the stalker's base, and Arno tricked him and said, oh yeah, your daughter's here, but before we give you your daughter, give us a location of the weapon stash or the weapon cache that Dwight and Morgan are at. And Daniel, being the smart motherfucker that he is, even though he's got psychological problems, he tricked them, and most of the guards left. That gave Daniel an opportunity to escape, and he killed some random guard, and then he killed Arno. Arno got his legs ripped apart, and Arno, in his dying breath, said, take care of my people. And Luciana gave him that promise, and basically they've got an army now. And then for some reason, annoyingly, Luciana lied to Daniel about Ophelia being alive and that she's in the tower, because it's going to give him a reason to fight and lead the stalkers to attack the tower. Once he finds out that's not true, I don't know what he's going to do to Luciana, and I don't know what that's going to do to his mental state. And Wes wasn't a fan of what Luciana did, so he left and joined Strand, weirdly. And also Dwight and Morgan and some others managed to get some weapons. So they've got a weapon and they've got a little bit of an army. Is that enough to take on the tower? We shall see. Let's stop de-lallying around and get right into the fucking episode. Oh my god, look at them CG walkers, dude. Why does that CG look so bad on the walkers? It's terrible. Just the lighting doesn't match.
I've got some concerns about how you're running this place.
Is John Dorie rehearsing before he actually talks to Strand? The fuck? Literally every single character that's died this season has been thrown off a roof. Jesus Christ. Surely there's got to be some people that manage to survive the fall, right? They land on their back and they move a little bit.
What he likes and what he needs are two different.
I'll be right in.
Is she really dying? Like, what the fuck?
Are those?
Radiation.
I thought John knew this. Wasn't he in that scene in episode 10?
What happened to Charlie doesn't have to happen to anyone else.
Found another walkie.
Where? Who had one?
Howard.
Oh.
I told you I needed the right opportunity to get to Strand.
So what, you're going to kill Howard now? Is Strand going to kill Howard?
What can I do for you, John?
I'm glad we're actually seeing Strand now. It's been a few episodes.
Concerns about how you're running this place.
That's a risky move, John. Oh, he's at the edge.
No, wait! You wasn't mine! I swear! Why would I throw that all away? Your family.
True.
I didn't do this!
Why is he speaking right at the camera?
Someone planted the walkie! So you doubt me? Regardless of how it got there, I can't believe a word you say until I have proof.
You only need proof when it's Howard and not other people.
Yeah.
As if that equipment wouldn't be damaged in the rain. Fuck off.
She wasn't in her crib when I came to check on her.
Where's Grace?
Retrieve her by sunrise, or I'll finish what we started on the
I feel like Howard should just kill Strand.
You're betting on me.
I've seen the Dorie speak.
Not gonna lie, John Dorie looks sick in this outfit he's in. It's literally like a western.
Well, let's just say I know what it's like to do the wrong thing for the right reason.
I'm willing to listen. But first,
Really?
I need.
You think I want that kind of heat?
The baby went missing
Wes.
shortly after you.
Why would I put her in danger like that?
Do you know where Moe is?
If we take out Strand,
And what does that have to do with Moe?
I mean, everything.
Morgan and the others are not going to make their move as long as the baby is in this tower.
True.
The resistance is real, and you're part of it.
It's not really a resistance, though. It's just... because they're being held against their will, in a way. They can't leave.
I have to go, John.
Really? She just told him straight up like that?
Look, I don't got time for this. I have to find that baby.
We'll go find her then.
Whoever put it here, they are getting exactly what they wanted.
I don't understand why Howard is such a dick, dude. He seemed alright when we got first introduced to him.
So what is it you want to know?
There's a great deal I don't know about you, Howard. Strand mentioned wife.
I forged it.
Oh.
My wife's at the door. Bags packed. So what you call a lack of compassion and restraint, I call building a legacy.
So if Howard doesn't find the baby, Strand's just gonna kill him?
Those people you've thrown off the roof. How do they fit into that legacy?
But if it all leads to my family finding this place, then it will have been worth it.
That's such weird thinking, though. Why would they come here? They're long gone, dude, or they're dead.
How did you know?
Your boots.
But why would you lock Moe in a little container like that? What the fuck?
You actually think that would have protected you?
It's worked before.
Risky as fuck, though. Oh. How the fuck did that happen? Where did that even come from? Fuck. I thought June did that, like not the walker. That's such a bad idea. They could still rip you apart. Moe was safer back there.
My gun's over there by the tunnel, if I can get to it.
How are you gonna get out? Just push the walkers to the side?
Why are you doing this?
To make up for John?
You want to do for her what you couldn't do for him.
Thank you for explaining that, June.
I get it. John, have you been drinking again?
Because I set this all in motion.
What the fuck does that mean?
The walkie.
You're doing it again.
What?
The same thing you did when you planted that purse to make sure that Teddy went to jail.
Yeah, but that's different, though.
I abandoned my son. I won't do that to her. We gotta move.
How wasn't that gate moving way beforehand?
Get through them. Same way Mickey did.
What happened to Mickey? She just vanished. I don't know what that one walker's doing there. Like, what is it doing? Wait, where's Moe? One left. Moe's not in there. Fuck off. That's a doll. Oh, he's got radiation burns. When did that happen?
Grace. I need some help.
I don't have much time left.
You don't know that.
They obviously didn't plan that in episode 10. Because they mentioned it this episode, like John was pointing it out, is that radiation burns? Even though he knew she had radiation burns in episode 10. Jesus. Uh-oh.
Told you I'd find her.
You didn't find her. He did.
True. Well, technically June did. June always had her.
He was trying to help her escape. Shut up.
What? Kill Howard?
What? We had a deal, Victor.
I said I'd spare you if you found the baby. He doesn't deserve this, Victor. Why is that?
Because I planted the walkie.
I planted that walkie. You see, Victor? You don't do something like that unless you're invested. Come on, you can't be serious.
Didn't Strand literally say, like, he needs proof that it wasn't Howard? And now it is. He's got proof it wasn't?
No, my family. I'm sorry.
Fuck your family, dude. Your family's dead. Oh, right into the Moe. Oof.
His family was never going to find this place. Our scouts found them months ago.
Fucking Strand. Well, there's Howard. He's dead. Wasn't really much of a villain, though. I hate how every death this season has been throwing characters off roofs. So Charlie and John are both dying of the same thing, which is radiation burns. Not really because of the war. I mean, the war hasn't even started yet. 4 episodes later, after Alicia said we're going to war, and we still haven't gone to war yet.
I thought you were off the sauce.
Not anymore.
Things need to change.
Are you ready to listen to those ideas I mentioned?
I have some ideas of my own.
Of course he does.
Mo will be raised in the penthouse by me.
You can't keep her away from her mother.
It's not her
Mother's
mother.
dead.
Yeah. But to be fair, I feel like Morgan has the most right to look after Mo. Just based on the fact that he was there when the child was born, right?
It will outlive you. It will be your legacy.
No way. Nah, I doubt it. Okay. There's no way John would have killed Strand. Doesn't make sense character-wise. Too early in the season. They don't have the balls to kill Strand off in fucking episode 12.
Morgan, you copy.
How did he get the right channel? He took that off Strand and then instantly was on the right channel that Morgan was on? That's different kind of armor. What the fuck? His head's fully exposed.
Pull in the skin bag and gut him up, spread the acid and throw him up the sink.
We don't have time.
That is true. Like, he could just use the gut trick, but Moe might start crying, so it won't really work that well. I mean, John's dying anyway. If he dies here, at least he dies getting Moe out, right? Have you got? That's not Moe's not there. Just turned invisible now.
Victor. Victor. Hey.
I thought there was a seal slapping them.
Where is he?
They could easily bite his face. His face is so exposed. Oh look, there's Howard. How did he end up that far? Like, the tower's all the way back there. How did he... I guess he crawled, but... Still. Oh, he was bit. 100%.
Still looking?
For what?
Any partner.
Partner.
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude.
There's an old antenna in storage.
Why an antenna? Oh, his armor's coming off. Oh, he's dead. Also, how did none of, like, Strand's rangers see them outside?
I got you. I got you.
Oh, he's been bit. He's bleeding. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Take care of her, Morgan.
I will.
God damn it, dude. The father and the fucking son are both dead now. Fuck.
Is it ready?
God damn it, dude. That antenna was put up fast. Like, what the fuck?
You may have won the battle today, Morgan.
But not the war.
And if you take a step into this place, I need good people here.
Sonny Boy.
Oh, Alicia is back. Oh, naked Walker.
You think we're gonna lose?
We're out, man. Yeah, outgunned.
I mean, so was Vic and the others against the Saviors. They still won, though.
What the hell?
Were they going back into the bunker? It was a good episode. It wasn't terrible, and it wasn't, like, amazing. It was fine, you know? Like, stuff happened. We lost John. We lost Howard. Well, we lost Howard. He was a villain. Who gives a shit? But, to be fair, he was used by Strand. Strand lied to him. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. He's dead. And he was killed by falling off the roof or getting thrown off the roof. How many characters have died this season just by getting thrown off the roof? You had Ali in episode 10. You had Howard this episode. You had a bunch of other characters this episode, like random extras. You had Will in episode 1. And the majority of deaths have been around the tower. Hopefully they don't kill Strand before Madison returns. Because it would feel weird for them not to reunite. You know, the same thing applies to Alicia too. Like, don't kill Alicia before Madison returns. Or Madison sees her. Similar to what happened with Ophelia and Daniel. Like, they were about to reunite and she died before he could get there. I find it weird that that one bullet that John had left never came back into play. Like, he could have used it to kill Strand. Right? Unless, like, he got more ammo after that scene, but it would have been interesting. Also, does that mean his gun is now, like, on the ground somewhere in the moat? Because he had the gun on him, right, I think? And he might not even be put down because he'll be in the moat. It'll be too hard to get to him. There's a lot of characters that are in that moat. You've got Will, Howard, all the people they threw off the roof this episode, and obviously John. I'm curious, like, if any of them actually survived the fall and then died afterwards. Like, I was hoping they'd show Howard, like, on the ground, like, crawling around, trying to get away, but he got ripped apart. But it feels like everyone just dies just from hitting the ground. Like, you could argue, like, yeah, it's high up, but people have survived insane falls like that. I find it weird that once Howard turned, he managed to go away from the tower instead of towards it. Like, he was so far away from the tower, or is that where he just landed and he just stayed there? Which doesn't make any sense because it was so far away from the tower. I did kind of like Howard when he first appeared. at the end of season 6, because he was just one guy. He was chill, he was nice, you know, he had a museum collection, and that was it. And then suddenly he's this right-hand man to Victor, and he's a villain. He's killing people, he's doing all this shit for him. It's like, why, dude? You don't seem like the type of person that would want to do this. But he's trying to get back to his family. He was lied to by Victor. It is what it is. I kind of feel like Strand hasn't really done a lot as a villain, when you think about it. He hasn't killed anyone major. Like, most people who have died, it's because, like, he's ordered someone else to do it. You know what I mean? He's not killed them, like, directly. Other than Will. Will's the only character he killed directly, but even then it's a character that we got introduced to in that episode, and then he died by the end of it anyway. Compared to if he killed, like, I don't know, Grace or, like, Sarah or something, because at least they've been around for a while, right? Speaking of people who've been around for a while, where the fuck is the rabbi? I mentioned him before, but it doesn't make any sense why he's just vanished. Like, he's been around since season 5, which, by the way, I did react to that episode that he appeared in, that he first appeared in, and my god, it was fucking terrible. That's why I didn't upload it. I didn't upload like the rest of season 5 because the rest of the episodes were poo-poo. There's not really much to talk about other than like Wes has partnered up with Victor. If Morgan comes anywhere close to the tower or tries to get in the tower, he's going to kill everyone in there. So he's going to use the people that he cares about that are locked in the tower against their will against him. I still find it weird that Alicia said, "We're going to war," and there hasn't been a war yet. When you think of a war, you think of battles and death and blood and sweat and tears and all that shit, right? But it just feels like there's not really been a war. We're going to war. Then we have 2 episodes dedicated to some random characters that get killed by the end. And then episode 11 wasn't even focused on Strand. It was focused on them building an army. It's literally season 7 of the main show, but maybe 100 times worse. Because at least with the main show, there was a reason why Vic and the gang couldn't rise up against Negan. They didn't have the numbers, right? And Vic was broken for half the season, so he didn't have the balls to stand up to Negan. And then when he eventually did, they stood up, they built an army up, and then boom, the war began. And then literally all of season 8 was just war, even though no major character died because of that war. Which is weird as fuck when you think of all that war in season 8 of The Walking Dead, and then you think about how many main characters actually died because of the war, and it's literally 0. When I think of someone dying in the war, it's like dying in battle, getting shot, and maybe getting bit in the middle of the battle or something. But no, like Carl got bit trying to help out Sadiq, which wasn't even connected to the war. But so far, it feels like not really anyone's died because of the war so far either. Right? Like, a bunch of people have been thrown off the roof. Howard, I guess, is the only casualty of the war. John didn't really die because of the war because he got the radiation burns in episode 10, right? Which didn't make any sense because it's like, are those radiation burns to Charlie at the beginning of the episode? And it's like, didn't you already know this, John? Like, didn't you see Charlie at the end of episode 10? Like, maybe the actor wanted to get written out of the show. I feel like that's probably what happened. So they just randomly put in like, oh, he got radiation burns. Unless it was always the plan to kill him off here, but I feel like it's an actor decision. Something about it doesn't seem too story focused. It's just out of left field. It's just random as fuck. Like the fact that he hasn't appeared in that many episodes this season, and then suddenly it's like, oh, he's dying this episode. But yet we have all these other characters who haven't done anything in seasons. Like, kill them off. Like, John Dorie Sr., I liked him as a character. He's a good character. And you kill off another good character? Kill off all the pointless ones. Like, what the fuck is Wendell doing? What is the rabbi doing? What is Sarah doing? They're just there. They're not doing anything. Like, Luciana did something last episode, but that was after 2 seasons of doing nothing. I don't want to, like, trigger people here. But I'm curious why Baby Moe has a darker skin tone. Because wasn't Baby Moe's parents white? Why is she looking more like Grace than her actual mother? Like, I didn't think about that beforehand. Like, what the fuck? That's got to be like a continuity error or something, or some major fuck up. Next episode looks pretty juicy. We'll have to see what Alicia's been up to and what Dwight and Sherry are doing, and if there's going to be some kind of gunfights or they're going to actually begin the war next episode. We'll have to see. And if we'll see some of the characters that have been missing for literally the whole season, like the Rabbi and Sarah and... Actually, I guess did Sarah appear last episode? I think she did. But still, like, you know, a lot of these characters who haven't appeared in a while, I need to see them again. Otherwise, it's just like, why make the cast so big and why introduce all these characters just to not use them at all? Like Mickey, where the fuck is she then? They mentioned her this episode and then she's suddenly gone. I mean, Dwight and Sherry are in next episode. Maybe we'll get some Mickey action. I don't know. We don't really need her, though. Just kill her off. We don't need more characters. Anyway. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta. Infinity.